Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for being right here, right now. Thank you for choosing to become your best version, choosing to heal, choosing to become more self aware. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for being compassionate, empathetic, understanding. Thank you for having values, morals, standing up for what is right, speaking up and speaking with honesty, authenticity. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for being on your journey, for connecting with other individuals and adding value to the collective. Thank you for being an asset and not a liability. Thank you for honoring the truth, honoring values and morals, and honoring what is right. Thank you for being courageous, being brave, being fearless. Thank you for being an individual. Thank you for being unique. Thank you for trusting and having faith. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful to be here with you. I'm so grateful to connect with you. I'm so grateful that you are here on your path, on your journey, and that you're showing up. And it's not easy, but you're here and you're showing up and you're taking action and you're moving forward. Thank you for all that you are, all that you're doing. My name is Nicole. This is Healing for You, is Healing for Me. I'm so grateful to connect with you, and I'm so grateful to channel these messages for you. It's truly an honor and a pleasure to be here with you and to channel these messages to help you move forward on your journey. So today's pick a card. We are going to get messages from your ancestors. These are going to be urgent messages from your ancestors that you are ready to receive right here, right now. These messages are going to be the intention for this pick a card are these messages will provide alignment, truth, value, provide structure, provide knowledge, wisdom, provide the things that you need to, anything you need to release, anything you need to let go of, and anything that you need to be aware of in order to continue to move forward to become your best self, your best version, and moving forward with purpose and intention and to be more focused on your path and your journey. Okay, that is the intention for this pick a card. So whatever comes out is what you are ready to receive vibrationally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically at this time from your ancestors. And I'm hearing ancient ancestors as well. So from your ancestors and your ancient ancestors. Okay, Pile one. Let's find out. Pile one. Messages from your ancestors and ancient ancestors for pile one, please. Pile one. Okay. Eat healthful foods. Okay. Pile two. Pile two, please. Messages from your ancestors and ancient ancestors for pile two, please. See God in all things. Okay. And pile three. Messages from your ancestors and ancient ancestors for pile three, please. Pile three. All right. Recognize your first thought. Okay. Pile one, eat healthful foods. Pile two, see God in all things. Pile three, recognize your first thought. Okay. If you need to pause the video, feel free to do so. If you feel guided to choose more than one pile, that is okay too. Trust yourself. There are no rules here. If you would like to book a personal reading with me or a coaching session, or I have new options for purchasing in my shop, so feel free to click on the link below in the description box. Timestamps are linked below as well in the description box. Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Pile One. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself, for healing, for learning, for growing, and expanding on your journey. So grateful to have you here. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this. You chose eat healthful foods, okay? Eat only the foods that are good for you. Perhaps this is something you normally do, in which case you should feel very good about how well you're caring for yourself. Most people, however, know that they should be more attentive to this area, but find it difficult. Your goal to practice healthy nutrition. Okay. Pile one. All right. So let's get into this pile one. Messages from your ancestors. Okay. So, number one, you are being encouraged to eat healthy foods. Okay. Now, as the card said, some of you are eating healthy, and as the card stated, you should feel good about that. Okay. You should feel good about that, because this is not just about, like, it's deeper than that. And this is what your ancestors want you to integrate this at this time. They're pointing this out because this is about how you take care of yourself, okay? When you eat healthy, this is you showing to your body, to the universe, to your spiritual team, that you love taking care of yourself. You love pouring that love and that good energy and good frequency into your physical body. Because when we eat healthy foods, those foods are higher vibrational foods. The frequency of those foods are pouring into our physical body, which is helping us to be in alignment and connected to our purpose, our journey, our mission, and to source, okay? So your ancestors are pointing out at this time that when you eat healthy, you're giving yourself that love and care and all those things that, eating healthy is a form of self-love, self-care. Now, for some of you, this could be a thing where it's like you are learning how to change the way you eat, your relationship with food, and your ancestors are acknowledging that. And they're also saying that they're proud of you, because some of you could be, again, you're making those changes and you're trying, like, each day you're trying to get healthier, you're trying to be more intentional, you're trying to, you're on that pathway. It's a journey. So as long as you are showing up every single day, it's going to continue to get better for you, and you're going to continue to find ways to, where it's like you're not even trying, like this is a part of you, like it's a lifestyle, okay? But for some of you who are not there yet, your ancestors are asking you to be more intentional about the foods that you eat, and they want you to know that it goes deeper than just like you picking up some fast food and eating it and stuff like that. Like, this is about self-love. This is about self-care. This is about your relationship with yourself, the relationship that you have with your physical body, and how well you take care of yourself. Because foods have a frequency. And when we are eating things, like, and again, this is all about, this is a journey. This is a, let me just say this, okay? Some of you may be feeling like, oh, well, I don't really want to be a vegan, or I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. And so your ancestors are saying, I'm hearing very clearly right now, Do what works for you, and to give yourself that love and empathy and compassion on this journey. Everyone is not meant to be vegan. However, it's not about like, if you decide that you want to continue to consume meat, that's okay. But it's about having that respect and that love for the animal that sacrificed its life to give you sustenance, to give you energy, to give you what you need to keep moving forward. And it's also about reevaluating if you're over consuming meat or you're over consuming products that are not giving you life, that are not giving you that energy. Say, for example, if you like to eat a lot of like chips and, you know, like little snack foods and like stuff like that. And let me just say, listen, I love chips, okay? Like, this is no judgment here. I'm a big fan of chips. But I had to learn more and more that like I have to consume more things that are giving me that energy and that life and that are more whole foods and healthy. And it's also about balance and moderation. But your ancestors are just pointing out at this time for you to really be more conscious and intentional about the things that you're putting into your body. Because again, this is not just about um, it's about self-love and self-care and your relationship with yourself and your relationship with your physical body. Because the more you love yourself, the more you take care of yourself. And your ancestors are highlighting that they want you to take care of yourself with the foods that you are eating. Because that is going to be, for some of you, the foods that you're eating is causing harm to your physical body. It's not adding value. And for some of you, this is also, again, ancestral, meaning that this has occurred through generations where the foods were not, there may be a pattern of eating unhealthy foods, which caused a lot of like damage and harm to the previous generations. And so they're highlighting this because they want you to live a long, healthy life. Because when you are eating the proper foods and eating foods that are bringing that value to your body, then that means you're taking care of yourself. And again, you can have a healthy life where you're not bound with physical ailments and you're not feeling like you physically don't feel good. Things like that. They want you to have a healthy, long life where you feel good and you're energetic and you're connected to source, okay? Connected to the universe. All right, let's find out some more. What else is it that they want you to know? Pile 1, okay? Messages from your ancestors and ancient ancestors for pile 1, please. Okay. All right, the Tower. 10 of coins. So that's 10 of pentacles. Knight of cups. Queen of swords. 6 of cups. 6 of wands, okay? All right, let me get this together for you. All right, let's talk about the signs real quick. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have Leo. We have Sagittarius. We also have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, and I'm also getting Libra as well. Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. So your ancestors want for you to know that some of you are having an ego death right now. Okay. Now, this may not be for everyone. Some of you may have already had an ego death. Now, let me say this. When an ego death occurs, that's something that, like, we have more than one. We're meant to have multiple. I mean, like, the ego deaths can be endless, to be honest, because as we move forward on our journey and we become more enlightened, The ego is broken down more and more and more. So some of you may be in a place right now where you are having an ego death, or you are about to have some sort of ego death. And I'm going to be very honest, for some of you, this may be extremely massive. Now, this may have already happened for some of you, and it may have happened within like the last week or within like the last 2 or 3 days. And if this has already been happening, or it already happened very recently, your ancestors want for you to know that there's more to go. Like, you may have felt like you had a massive ego death a couple of days ago, and you may have another massive ego death like tomorrow. Okay, that's for someone. But for some of you, if you haven't tapped into that energy yet, it's coming in, and your ancestors don't want you to be afraid. They want for you to know that this is for your highest good, and this is bringing you into more alignment and fulfillment. For some of you, this ego death is regarding your mental capacity, like your mental abilities, mental clarity, the truth. And this could be surrounding your boundaries. It could also be surrounding your career. It could also be surrounding like the truth of a situation that you went through recently, like the truth of your finances, or the truth of like your abundance, or the truth of like your abilities, or like your intuitive gifts, or like your talents and your creativity, something like that. It's going to be different for everyone, but it's like for some of you it could be all of the above, the truth of all of that. But there's something here where it's going to be blindingly the truth, where it's like you can no longer deny that this is the truth of a situation. Like I said, for some of you this could be coming in within the next 2-3 days, and some of you, I am getting that like you've already recently had a massive ego death, and again you're getting ready to have another one. So your ancestors are saying, be gentle with yourself right now. Be very gentle with yourself, very patient. Listen to your body, listen to the intuitive messages. You may be feeling really tired right now, really lethargic right now. You may be feeling, for some of you, you may even be feeling exhausted, like you just need a lot of rest, or like, you know, you may even be feeling a bit ungrounded, or like you don't know. You may feel hungry in one moment, and then the next moment you feel tired, and the next moment you feel energetic, and the next moment you feel like you just need to just sit down. Your ancestors are saying you are exactly where you're meant to be. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Many of you are aligning to, for some of you, this is a partnership, a romantic partnership for some of you. For some of you, it's a partnership within your career, like a new career opportunity. For some of you, it's a partnership with friends, or like a network of friends. It's going to be different for everyone here, but there seems to be some sort of alignment that's happening for you, and this is why you're experiencing this ego death. Okay, and because this ego death is going to help you to see the truth. And there's something here about the truth being so obvious and blinding, where you can no longer deny it. You can no longer go back to what you thought it was. It's like your ego is going to be broken down so much, where it's like, you know, your ego has been lying to you, or you know that this has been a set of programming, or you know that this is what you have been manipulated to believe. Like, something is going to be so obvious, where it's like I'm hearing alarms going off, where it's like, okay, no, because it's pushing you to move forward. With this, we have here the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups. It's like, you see here is like a horse in both of these images. It's like forward momentum. This is aligning you to more freedom, aligning you to more abundance, aligning you to, again, a partnership. Now, say, for example, this is a career opportunity. This career opportunity is going to be a partnership, and it's going to be something where it's an equal situation, an equal give and take situation, okay? And it's a collaborative thing that you are aligning to, some sort of collaboration, some sort of partnership. And again, for some of you, it could be romantic, career, friends, you know, but this is bringing you to more fulfillment, more satisfaction, and more stability. And you are going to be victorious in this, okay? The victory is here, success is here, but you have to move through this ego death. So be very like gentle with yourself. Again, very compassionate, very loving, very kind, patient with yourself, forgiving yourself, because it may be a thing where you're just kind of like in a place where it's like, whoa, what just happened? Or like you're faced with something very obvious that makes you feel uncomfortable or makes you feel like, wow, you know, it's going to be different for everyone, but just be very forgiving with yourself and forgiving to whatever is revealed to you, okay? What else does your ancestors want for you to know? Okay, fierce serenity, imbalance, limitations, inspire innovations, collaboration of souls, changes, inflow of money. Okay. All right. So you have money coming in. Okay. That's number one. You have money coming in. But this is saying that your ancestors want for you to know that the money that you have coming in, because for some of you is substantial. Okay, like it's like a windfall or like a big payout or like a lump sum of money. That's not for everyone, but that's for some of you. For some of you, this is an opportunity to bring a substantial amount of money into you, okay? Whether again it's a career opportunity, some sort of collaboration, whatever this is, money is coming in. Okay, for some of you this could be 4 days, 3 days, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 hours, 4 hours. Money is coming in, and this is going to be your time to show your ancestors that you know how to be in flow with money, meaning that you allow this money to come to you, you allow yourself to receive it, but you also are intentional and in flow with that frequency where you know that this is not the end of the road for you, that like there's more where that came from. That's number one. Number two, you trust this frequency. You trust yourself with the money. You trust yourself to use the money for whatever you're guided to use the money for. And that you are going to use that to create, to be innovative, to be strategic, to come up, like to further your progress. For some of you, you have been limited. You've been limited with resources. You've been limited with money. You've been limited with a lot of different things. And you've had to be creative. You've had to find other solutions outside of money and resources. And now because you've been creative, because you've been solutions oriented and you've been innovative with that energy that you were dealing with, now you're going to receive more money. And so with you receiving more money, again, this is about you being in flow with it, but also using it as you're told to use it and creating more opportunity and resources with the money that you're receiving, okay? There are changes here. When you experience this ego death, this is bringing in huge changes for you because that part of your ego has now been broken down and that programming has been released. Those thoughts, those ideas, those streams of consciousness that was attached to those beliefs, to those ideas, to those thoughts have now been let go, because essentially with the ego death, you let it all go at once. You agreed to say, all right, I release that. It's not true, or it's no longer the case, or whatever the situation is. So this ego death is bringing you in balance, balancing you out, mind, body, and soul. Many of you need to drink a lot of water right now and get a lot of rest. Okay, I have to be very honest, because these are, when you have an ego death of this proportion, because for some of you this is huge. Okay, and again, if you've been having them recently, you're getting ready to have another one or more. So your body physically needs this time to regenerate, because you are essentially aligning to a different frequency, a different part of yourself, like a higher version of yourself. And so you are being calibrated to a balanced state. So these are huge changes coming in, and your body needs that time to be ready to receive it. And so this is another reason why some of you are, again, being guided to eat healthy, because When you are eating healthy, you're giving your body that energy, that proper nutrients, the proper food, the proper water, the things that your body needs to regenerate and recalibrate itself. Okay. Because, and again, the ego death is a recalibration. You're calibrating to something new. You're calibrating to new levels of consciousness, new energy, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. You're different. You're not the same person. So your ancestors are saying, hey, you're going through big changes right now, and you're getting in balance. You're getting in flow. You're getting to where you need to be. They're also, again, pointing out that you are coming to a place of collaboration, whether this is with a romantic person, like a romantic partner, friends, a career opportunity. You're coming into a place of collaboration where you will be collaborating with other individuals and creating your own network. This requires you to be fierce. This requires you to be brave. This requires you to be fearless, courageous. Some of you may have the lion spirit animal right now because you are in this place of bravery, fierceness, fearlessness, courage, unstoppable energy, where it's like you are calm, you are balanced, you are feeling in the flow, but you're also very fierce. Fierce with taking action, fierce with your intentions, fierce with your energy, your confidence. And you are collaborating with other souls on that same wavelength, or you will be, okay? I do feel for many of you, you're coming into this. This may not be happening right now for some of you, but for majority of you, it could be happening right now for some of you. But I feel for a majority of you, this is coming in because of this ego death that is happening. It's removing those layers so you can receive this now. And this is what your ancestors need for you to know. Let's find out, what does your ancestors want for you to release right now? What are they asking for you to surrender? Pile 1, please. Ancestors, what are you asking? Ancestors and ancient ancestors, what are you asking for pile 1 to release? Surrender obsessive thinking. Surrender to receiving support and love. Surrender your need to always be right. And surrender stress. Okay. So your ancestors are saying right now they need for you to let go of obsessive thinking. Obsessively thinking, if you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So if you feel stress, because we do have stress here as well, if you feel stress, if you feel anxiety, if you feel obsessive thinking, if you feel that energy coming in, turn it over. Surrender it, let go. And you may even need to do a prayer, or you may need to even say out loud, I'm turning this over to you, whatever you resonate with. I'm releasing this to you. I'm letting this go. I trust. And doing those affirmations, I trust, I surrender, I let go, I have faith, I trust, I surrender, I let go, I have faith. Because that is the new programming. The new you. The new you doesn't stress. The new you doesn't have anxiety. The new you is not obsessing. The new you is trusting in the plan, having faith, trusting that everything is aligning the way it's supposed to, trusting in the universe, watching the universe do its work, do its thing, and not having any doubt in that process. So surrender stress, surrender obsessive thinking, because the stress card says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let stress go as you come back to your center. Because again, you are being balanced and you are being calibrated to this new frequency. So when stress comes in, or obsessive thinking or anxiety, that's taking you off of that. That's taking you out of that energy. Is getting you in a place that you don't want to be, in that old programming, and you're releasing that. So really let those things go, okay? And continue to do those affirmations when you feel like you're getting it out of that element, because those are going to help to calm you down, okay? Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. This is what's happening. Your ancestors are saying, be ready to receive help, be ready to receive support, be ready to receive encouragement. You are coming into a place of collaboration, partnership, okay? You're coming into this place of partnership and collaboration where you have other people to support you, to help you, to love you. So surrender this notion that you have to do everything on your own, or you're always alone, or no one's here to help you, or no one understands you, or, any of those things. It's not true anymore, because you're ready to connect with souls on the same wavelength as you, that have the same ideas, the same goals, the same type of values and morals that you have. And they want to support you and you will support them. And this will be a healthy, equal, balanced exchange of energy where there's no manipulation, there's no deception, there's no competition. There's no like, I'm doing these things for you because I expect for you to do all of these things for me. No, it's a very effortless energy exchange where it's like, you got me, I got you. And again, for some of you, this is romantic, it's a friendship, platonic situation, or it's a career situation, okay? Surrender the need to be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So you're being asked to surrender any energy around needing to be right, rigid energy, because you're coming into this place of having a different level of relationships and connection with people. And so your ancestors are pointing out, if you're holding on to rigid behavior, rigid thinking, needing to be right, needing to prove yourself, needing to have this upper hand, this is going to be detrimental in this new phase that you're coming into. It's not going to help anything. And they're asking you to release it so you can come into this new phase of no competition, supporting, loving, valuable connections. Some of you were in a place previously where you did feel like you had to prove yourself, or there was competition, or there was a situation where, again, you felt the need to prove your worth or prove your value or prove that you know certain things, or you are a bit rigid in your ways or your thinking. And so your ancestors are saying, please let that go. That no longer serves you. It's not helping your relationships, and it's not going to help things moving forward with these new individuals that you're going to be connecting with and working with, okay? All right, now let's get your final messages. And whatever this is, this feels really exciting. Pile 1. This feels really exciting. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this deck. Okay, pile 1, please. Final messages. All right, do less. Forgive yourself. Okay, and let me get some affirmations. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. I was born to enjoy life. Let's do one more. I listen with love to my body's messages. Wow. And see, this is what we were talking about, because again, many of you are getting more in alignment. Okay, this is what's happening. Like, you're getting more in alignment with everything, mind, body, and soul. It's not just one area. It's not just two. It's spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally. And so your ancestors are saying, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your body is divine intelligence. Your body is divine intelligence. So your body tells you if you need food, if you need water, if you need a break, if you need to get more rest. Your body is going to tell you those things, And so you're really being asked to listen. And with the listen to my body and do less coming out, this is a time right now. I'm hearing an ego death of epic proportions. This is huge. This is massive. Your body needs that time to regenerate, to heal, to recover, to elevate. And again, this is in all areas here. So with this do less, this is saying again, like, really listen here. Assess your level of doing for others. Examine whether you overextend yourself to the point you become unnecessarily exhausted. Why is that? Is your health worth it? Your goal to confront your core reasons for risking your health unnecessarily. So there is a lot of messages here, your ancestors pointing out your health. You know, we saw that in the first card about eating healthy. We see that now with this. And then to listen to your body. Let's read this. I take a nice deep breath and release all resistance to healing. Okay. So your ancestors are pointing out your health. And it's not just, again, the physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, because that is important too. Us taking care of our spiritual health, taking our spiritual baths, connecting with nature, connecting with the elements, being grounded, being mindful, meditation, rest, exercise that connects us, like yoga and things like that, okay? Forgive yourself. Identify one area of your life where you're angry at yourself or where you've yet to forgive something you've done. Healing requires forgiving oneself as well as others. Your goal to love yourself enough to heal. Wow, okay. So this is saying that, again, through this ego death, be very, very, extremely forgiving. Forgiving of yourself. Love yourself enough to forgive yourself, but love yourself enough to forgive the other people involved that hurt you. Okay? Because this is about your healing and your journey. And no one can block you unless you allow them to block you. And so when you're guided to heal and release, that's you releasing those constraints and those things that have kept you blocked and trapped. I was born to enjoy life. I am a beloved child of the universe and have been given everything I need for every experience I shall have. Wow. So this is again saying that, like, you're ready to enjoy life. And your ancestors are pointing this out, and they're saying you're loved, you're protected, you're supported, you're valuable, and everything that you've gone through has built your toolkit, and you're still building your toolkit to continue to move forward on your journey. I know I am one with all life. I am the beauty and joy of the universe, expressing and receiving. The ancestors are saying, be ready to receive. Be ready to receive and continue to be one with life, one with the universe, one with people, one with animals, one with nature, because you are a part of this and you're very valuable and we need you. And you're loved and protected and supported. So be ready to receive. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Cherish yourself. Honor yourself. Take care of yourself. Be very patient, loving, compassionate, kind with yourself. Give yourself the rest, healthy foods to move through this energy, move through the next part of your journey. Continue to do what you're doing. Don't give up. Keep going. I love you. I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for loving yourself, for taking this time to heal, to learn, to grow, and expand on your journey. My name is Nicole. I'm so grateful you are here. Okay, so let's get into this. You chose see God in all things. So messages from your ancestors and ancient ancestors. So your ancestors and ancient ancestors are encouraging you to see God in all things. see the beauty, see the divinity, see the purity, see like the having that gratitude for the little things, the small things, having gratitude for yourself and your journey, falling in love with your story, falling in love with your journey, falling in love with the process, falling in love with the synchronicities of the universe, falling in love with like those little breadcrumbs, those little ideas, those little moments, those things that, you know, those pieces of the puzzle that when you put all those pieces together, you can see something so beautiful, so grand, and like seeing the beauty in everything. Let's read the back. Put yourself in slow motion and observe everything and everyone through the lens of this is sacred and it speaks to me. How does that change your environment? Your goal to learn the spiritual practice of seeing God in all things. So you're really being asked to just like take the time to, like this card says, put yourself in slow motion, get very grounded, get very in the moment, be very present, very mindful, really zoom out to see things from a higher perspective. See how things are so sacred, see how things are so connected, see how things, ask yourself, how does this speak to me? How much gratitude do you have for that very moment? How much gratitude do you have for just being here? Really seeing the beauty and how all things work together and connect. And even if you can't see how things connect all the time, just being very present to observe what's happening. So when it's meant to make sense, it will make sense at the time that it's supposed to make sense. And you just, again, have that gratitude for that. And there's a lot here around your ancestors pointing out having gratitude for the journey, for the process, for how it's all happening, how it's all aligning, how it's all connecting. Some of you could be a musician here because I do see these music notes. So, but even if you're not a musician, you could be just like a creative person, an artist. But it doesn't matter, whatever it is that you do, okay? This is just saying that, like, take that time to really be grounded and mindful and observe the beauty and how things are sacred and, the divinity in things, okay? But let's get some more. Let's find out some more of what, your ancestors and ancient ancestors want for you to know right now, okay? Pile 2. Yeah, pile 2, please. Messages from Pile 2's ancestors and ancient ancestors for Pile 2. Okay, this is good. All right. 3 of Swords. Page of Wands. 5 of Swords. Page of Cups. 9 of Coins. And the Tower, okay? All right, let's talk about the signs. Okay, so we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Scorpio. We also have I'm getting Aries. I'm also getting Sagittarius. I'm also getting Taurus. And I'm also getting Pisces, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising. So your ancestors want for you to know, this is what they want for you to know. Let me just tap in because it just feels like a lot going on here. It just could be a lot of different messages for different people. So you just take what resonates for you. Some of you are avoiding some sort of, or there seems to be for some of you, this may not be again for everyone, but this message is meant for some of you. Your ancestors are pointing out avoiding feeling the pain of heartbreak, okay? Now this could be heartbreak from a romantic situation, heartbreak from a friend situation, or heartbreak from childhood. But for some of you there is, and again, that may not be for everyone, but for some of you, your ancestors are pointing out there is some sort of heartbreak. And again, for some of you, this could be from childhood that you experienced that you are afraid to dive into, or you're afraid to allow yourself to feel it, or you don't want to feel it, or you don't want to, you don't want to go there, because no one wants to feel heartbreak. I mean, that's grief, that's pain, it's uncomfortable, it's not fun. And your ancestors are acknowledging that, and they're saying that, like, they know that it's not easy. They know that it's not comfortable, it doesn't feel good, but they're asking you to go there, because for some of you, like I said, this does connect back to childhood. It could be like your first sense of heartbreak, or like that moment where your innocence was taken from you, or that moment where you felt very, like, that was the moment that you felt jaded, or you felt like nothing was the same, or something like that. Like, for some of you, again, I'm definitely getting childhood. And this could be another thing that, like, is creating that avoidance energy, because that's doing that inner child work. And sometimes inner child healing and inner child work is extremely difficult. That is, that's not easy work to do, because you are taking yourself back to that time, that moment in time. And energetically, physically, it's draining. It takes a lot of your energy. And again, it's uncomfortable. It's not fun. So your ancestors, again, they're acknowledging that, and they're saying they get it, they understand, but they're also saying that, like, some of you have been asking for, like, you've been praying for things, or you've been wanting to move to the next level, or asking for more abundance, or asking for more freedom, asking for more fulfillment, for more peace, whatever it is you've been praying and asking for. And they're saying that it's available to you, but this part of you has to be healed, because whatever this is, and like I said, for some of you, it could have been the moment you felt like your innocence was taken, because with this Page of Cups here, and then we have the rabbit, this white rabbit, that's like that purity, that innocence, and Page of Cups is like an innocent type energy. It's like that pure energy. It could be like a childlike, it could be represented like a childlike energy. And so, like I said, for some of you, this was heartbreak in childhood. And it could be like some sort of rejection. It could be abuse. It could be a form of deception or manipulation. But something was taken from you that your ancestors are saying you are ready to get back. You're ready to take your power back. You're ready to reclaim your freedom. You're ready to release that pain that's still there. Because when we don't heal that, part of you is still stuck in that place. Say, for example, some of you could have been 6 years old, and, this heartbreak occurred at 6 years old. So part of you is still stuck in that place of a 6-year-old where your heart was broken, or your innocence was taken, or everything changed for you in that moment when this happened. And so your ancestors are encouraging you to reclaim your power, get the victory. Success is yours. Freedom is yours. Fulfillment is yours. Satisfaction is yours. But it's going to require you to go deep within. This is what I'm feeling for some of you. This is a blocked memory. This is a buried memory. This is something that you buried within. Because with the Tower here, that's like an ego death, but that's also some sort of huge revelation, some sort of huge epiphany, a huge moment of clarity, a time where it all makes sense, it all connects, or, the painful truth has been revealed, something to that extent. Because with the Five of Swords here, this is saying that, like, this has caused you pain, it's caused you sorrow, it's caused you sleepless nights. And it could be, again, a thing where consciously you don't remember this right now, because this is so deep within, because there could be shame attached to this, or, something like that. Okay. And so your ancestors are saying that this is not yours to carry anymore. If this is shame, if this is rejection, pain, whatever it is, this is not yours to carry. I feel very strongly for many of you. This is something that someone did to you. This is not like a situation where you did this, you know. But anyway, it's going to, whatever, it's going to be different for everyone. But I'm getting this energy of like your ancestors pointing out, like, this is like shame you've been carrying or pain you've been carrying that's not yours. This is not yours to carry anymore. And it's blocking you from whatever, you know, you were trying to achieve next. And for some of you, this is a big blockage. And it's something that, again, that's buried within. I do feel, again, for many of you, this is like a blocked memory, something that you told yourself to forget. Maybe you were told to forget this. You know, if someone did something to you, they told you, act like it never happened, or pretend like that never happened, or like you move forward like this never even happened, something like that. And so you did that. You did what you were told to do. Like, again, there was a form of innocence that was compromised. Your purity was compromised. You were compromised with whatever this situation was. And you're ready to get your freedom back. You're ready to reclaim your power. You're ready to have that truth and that clarity of whatever the situation is, so you could take back what's yours. You could take back your innocence. You could take back your divinity. You could take back your power. And your ancestors are saying it's time. Like, I've done plenty of ancestral readings on my channel, if you've been following me, and I've never even had a message like this. So many of you are doing the work, and your ancestors are proud of you. I'm proud of you. And since you are doing this work, you are ready now to remove the things that are blocking you, so you can have your wish fulfillment. You can have freedom. You can have your innocence back, your purity back, your divinity, the things that were taken, stolen from you, compromised, whatever the situation is, you're ready to receive it back. You're ready to come out of this whatever has trapped you, because this is a form of entrapment. This person, I mean, this part of you that's been trapped in this is ready to be broken down, so you could be released. You could be released from this darkness. For some of you, again, someone did something to you. It was an evil situation that, you know, someone abused you, mistreated you, hurt you. Something happened like that, and you didn't deserve that. And that's not for you to carry on anymore. Whew, all right, let's get some more. What else do we need to know? Okay. And for some of you, it is affecting things in your life. Like, it's affecting your abundance. It's affecting your relationships, your connection with yourself, your connection with other individuals. Like, it is having an impact in some capacity. For some of you, it's a major impact. Maybe your ability to trust people, or your ability to trust yourself, or something like that. What else do your ancestors need for you to know? Okay, pile 2, excuse me. What's your honest truth? You are magic. Feed your artists. Fearless expression. Bliss is worth creating from, for, from. Integrate your knowing. Wow. Okay. This is big. Okay. Whatever this is huge. That this is freedom. Okay. This is freedom in the purest form. Whatever this is, and I see 7-7. So some of you could be seeing 777 or 77. I'm also seeing 10-10. This is a conclusion, an ending of a cycle, and freedom. Whatever this is has kept you trapped and bound to a belief, to a circumstance, a situation, an event. And this has essentially compromised pretty much every part of you. Like I said, for some of you, whatever the situation is, your innocence was compromised. You know, you no longer had the same view of the world. Your entire view of the world was changed. So, like I said, for some of you, this has affected your relationships, affected your ability to connect with people, affected your ability to trust people, to trust yourself. Um, and it's time for you to be free. It's time for you to be free. It's time for you to be free. And so, whatever it is that's going to come out is the truth. It's the truth. And it's a part of your story. And your ancestors are saying, some of you may share this. You may fearlessly share your story. You may fearlessly share your truth. Or even if you don't share it with like the public, or you share it with an individual or certain people, this is going to free you, and it's going to unlock you to move into a totally different person. Because like I said, for many of you, this is huge. Like, your creative abilities, your true divinity, your true magic, your true innocence, your purity, all of this has been wrapped up into this. And I know that this sounds dramatic, but it's true. This is what I'm channeling, and this is what I'm getting, that like, when you are freed from this, you're going to be so much more creative. You're going to be so much more magical, or like in tune. You're going to be so much more grateful. You're just going to be next level. You're going to be next level with so many different things. And I know that this sounds difficult to hear right now, but whatever this truth is that you're integrating, that you're freeing yourself from, you are going to have a place of gratitude for your story. And it's not easy to have gratitude for abuse. It's not easy to have gratitude for deception, manipulation, those things, those evils, that demonic energy. But your ancestors are saying, have gratitude for your strength. Have gratitude for your courage. Have gratitude for your healing. Have gratitude for moving to the next level. Have gratitude for your determination, your ambition. Have gratitude for the fact that you dare to heal your inner child, that you took the time to go back, or took the time to heal the heart, took the time to, heal from the pain of what you experienced. That's what you have gratitude for, and the lessons that you've learned from this, because your ancestors are saying you are integrating next levels of wisdom and knowledge. You're going next level. And for many of you, this is multiple levels here. But you are integrating what you've learned, what you've experienced. And you're integrating this in a very high level way, where you are opening up those doors of creative, limitless potential, where you are getting ready to really be so connected to that stream and flow of creative consciousness, where you will be unstoppable, literally. Because many of you had so much, and this is not to say that you don't still have it, I'm not saying that, but as a child, your creative abilities were through the roof. Whether they were nurtured or not, they were still through the roof. Because some of us were in environments where those things were not nurtured. And some of us were in environments where they were nurtured, and you could explore those possibilities. But everyone's story is different. And again, fall in love with your story. But your ancestors are saying that flow of consciousness that you were in as a child, you're getting back to that when you heal your inner child. And that's so much more freedom and gifts and abundance than holding on to that shame, guilt, or whatever it is that you experienced through that heartbreak. And they need for you to know that, and they need for you to shift your consciousness to that place and create your own bliss. Because you see here, bliss, you are magic. You're ready to experience bliss. You're ready to go to the next level with that, and to really feel that contentment and that bliss energy within, and shine from that frequency. It's like you're going to be unlocked so creatively. Like, many of you are very creative, okay? And you've done so many amazing things with your creativity, and your ancestors need for you to know you haven't seen anything yet. And some of you may be like, wow, well, Nicole, I'm like really creative and I'm really tapped in. And your ancestors are saying, again, you haven't seen anything yet. Because again, whatever this is that happened to you, this heartbreak, this event that occurred, this is something that took a lot of energy away. It took a lot of abundance, and it just took a lot from you. And your ancestors are like, again, this is not yours to hold on to anymore. This pain, this shame, this guilt, this regret, like any of that. Like, say, for example, someone abused you, and you could be very aware of this, okay? But you could be blaming yourself. You could be you could be telling yourself that you could have stopped it, or you could have done this, or you could have done that. And the ancestors are saying, absolutely not. You were a victim. You could not have stopped that. You could not have done anything differently. And it's difficult to fall in love with that. And again, they are saying they know. They're acknowledging that that's not something you want to fall in love with. But your ancestors are saying you are magic, and it was not your fault. You were a victim. You were exposed, or you dealt with a situation that was meant to break you. That demonic energy that, compromised you was meant to break you down and keep you in a place where you would never do this and you would never do that. But that's not it. You will release this, you are releasing this, and you will have your freedom and your creative expression back. And again, you may already be tapped into that, but this part of it is still missing. Part of it is still not connected to you, and it's yours. Whatever this demonic influence that infiltrated you at that young age, or whenever this happened, okay? It's time for you to get your freedom back and your power back, because that demonic influence stole your power, stole your abundance, stole what was rightfully yours. And it's time for those scales to balance, and it's time for you to get back what you deserve. And again, this has had a bearing on your trust, your relationships. It's in so many different areas. For some of you, you don't realize how deep this really goes. You may already have an awareness, but your ancestors are saying integrate that deeper, especially if you have issues with intimacy, especially if you have issues with trust, especially if you have issues with vulnerability, authenticity, and again, trusting individuals. A lot of this goes back to that, and they're asking you to really integrate that and take your power back. Don't just sit there and like, okay, that's what it is. No, say, I'm changing the story. I'm changing this narrative. I'm taking my power back. I want my freedom. I want my creative expression. I want my fearless expression. I want my voice back. I want all those things that demonic influence took from me. I want it all back. Okay, so let's find out, what do you need to surrender? Okay. What are they asking for you to surrender at this time? For pile 2, please. Pile 2, what does pile 2 need to surrender? To release, let go of, and surrender, okay? All right. Surrender your attachment to results. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Surrender your addictions. Okay, so for some of you, okay, they're asking for you, they're saying whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So if you have, if you're in tune with that, if you feel like you have codependent energy or codependent attachments or addictions and things like that, they're just asking for you to be honest with yourself and to continue to take the steps forward to balance out that energy. The first step is about being honest with yourself. acknowledging that you have an addiction to whatever it is. And it could be multiple addictions, okay? And that's okay. But that was, they want you to also know that that energy exists because of something else, because something needs to be healed. I have addictions as well. And I've recognized for myself that these addictions were created because I needed to heal. I needed to heal those parts of myself that didn't feel safe, didn't feel secure, or didn't know my value, or felt disconnected from who I really am. So your ancestors are just saying, continue to take the steps to be healthier, to live a healthier lifestyle, mind, body, and soul. And to be honest with yourself, if you do have addictions, that again is the first step, to be honest with yourself. And for some of you, you could have an addiction around people pleasing, because we do have people pleasing here as well. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So again, if there is an addiction here around people pleasing, or the behavior is about people pleasing, they're asking you to be honest with yourself. That's the first step. And they're saying that, again, that energy, that behavior is rooted from something else, from a lack of self-love, from a lack of security, a lack of feeling worthy, a lack of feeling good enough, things like that. This is where these behaviors are born, from those situations. And for many of you, these addictions or these habits or behaviors were, began in childhood. And again, it could all go back to some of the things that's happened in childhood for you. So, you're just saying, again, be gentle with yourself, be kind, forgiving, loving, and compassionate, but be honest with yourself. If you deny that you have addictions or codependent energy, or you have this people-pleasing habit or those behaviors, you're taking yourself off the path and you don't even realize it. Be honest with yourself. There's no shame here. There's no guilt. Again, these things were developed for a reason. Like, it's not, you were not born this way. You did not come out of the womb addicted to things, being a people pleaser. These things develop from the experiences or the things that happen to you. Okay. So be very honest with yourself. It's time for a relationship to shift. If it doesn't work to try to fix someone else, it doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing, or their own healing. Okay, so, this is saying that you cannot fix someone, that everyone has to be accountable for their own healing, for their own journey, for their own life. And for some of you, again, that could be also those unhealthy behaviors and unhealthy attachments, where you feel like you need to do that because, you have this thing where you feel like you want to fix people, or you want to help people, but in an unhealthy way. We can help people in a healthy way, but it gets unhealthy when we're trying to, not allow people to be accountable, or, not allow people to do their own healing and their own work. Okay. So your ancestors are just like pointing this out, that these things don't serve you, and they're asking you to be honest with yourself. And if this does resonate for you, to release it. And it's a journey with that, but when you're intentional and you're conscious of it, and like, okay, I'm not going to do this. Like, it could just be certain things. Like, I say, for example, with my kids, like, sometimes I'm like, okay, like, I want to help them do certain things because I want them to know that I'm supportive, and that I'm here to help them and here to guide them and support them in the things that they're trying to do. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, Nicole, you can't do so much for them where it's like they're not accountable for what the things that their own responsibilities, or the things that they need to do for themselves. Like, I cannot do everything for them. They have to do things on their own. And so I'm finding a balance with that, where it's like, okay, I have my self-reflection time. Like, did I do too much? Did I overdo it? Am I not doing enough? And so your ancestors are just like, you got to be honest with yourself, and they're asking for you to be honest with yourself, and they're asking for you to be intentional, aware, and make the decision to make those changes, and that, it's a process, and you're going to trust it, and you're going to trust the journey, and you're going to find the balance, and you're going to continue to let go. The same thing again with the addictions. These things are not healed sometimes overnight, but I have recognized with my addiction issues, the more that I do that internal healing, the more I don't feel addicted to those things that I used to feel addicted and codependent on. I just don't even feel the urge to even be in that energy or to partake or to, it's like it just goes away. And it's because I'm doing that healing work to balance that energy, and I'm no longer feeling addicted. I'm feeling okay, I don't even need that anymore. And so just be intentional, just be honest and authentic with yourself. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let it go. Let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So your ancestors are pointing out, please do not hold on to the things too tightly. Do all that you can do. Take the action that you're told to take and let it go. Don't keep thinking about it. Don't obsess over it. Don't keep visualizing, forcing, let it go and watch the universe do its job. Let the universe do its job, because when we hold on too tightly, we're saying, our energy is saying to the universe, I don't trust you. I need to control this. I need to make sure it's going to happen the way it needs to happen. You're not here to help me. You're not here to, help me make this thing work. Basically, I don't need you, universe. I'm just going to do it. That's what the energy is saying. I'm not saying that you're saying that, but when you're holding on too tightly, that energy is saying that to the universe. But when you let it go, you're saying you trust. You trust that it's going to align for you. You have faith. You trust the process. You trust that everything is working out, and it's going to be whatever the results are going to be amazing, and it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen, and it will happen in divine timing. Okay, when it's ready, when it's ready for it to happen. Let's get your final messages. All right, final messages for pile 2. Pile 2, please. Final messages. Let's get these. Okay. Be open to spiritual guidance. Pay attention to your body. All right. I have abundance in all areas of my life. Everything I do is a choice, so I am in control of my reality. And I have a bright future now. Okay. So, all right. Be open to spiritual guidance. Let's start there. Ponder this question. How do you expect your prayers and guidance to come to you? Literally in a vision? Are you someone who says that you're waiting for prayers to be answered because you want guidance that includes a safety net? Your goal to own up to your spiritual insecurities and lack of faith. Ooh, that's heavy, okay? So, the ancestors, this may have been a real tough love message, but, sometimes tough love, that's the love we need. And we have to put that in perspective, that although it may feel like tough love, that's what we need to really go to that next level that we've been asking for. And it is love. It may just be coming through a bit more forceful, but it's love at the end of the day. So your ancestors are saying, it's time to own up to your spiritual insecurities or your lack of faith. Are you lacking faith? Are you spiritually insecure? Are you trusting? Are you waiting for guidance that includes a safety net? And this is going to be, again, a very individual situation here. This is different for everyone, but your ancestors are asking for you to be intentional and clear and authentic and vulnerable with yourself. Start there. And if you lack faith, be honest with yourself about that. And let's go deeper. Let's take it a step further. Why are you lacking faith? What don't you trust? And whenever I get in that place, because I've been in that place before too, where I was lacking faith and I wasn't trusting, and I was like, okay, when is it going to happen? Or when is this? Or when is that? And my team was like, Nicole, like they were really like, girl, you lack faith. Do we need to go back and show you all these things that has happened for you to remember? And when they went back and showed me this, and they showed me that, and they told me this, and I was like, wow, how could I ever lack faith? How could I ever question? How could I ever be in this place? Like, it's always worked out, literally. But when we're in that moment and our ego is telling us this and our ego is telling us that, we lose track of that. We think we've been forgotten. We think that no one's answering the prayers. No one hears us. No one knows what we're going through. That's what the ego wants to isolate you. The ego wants to tell you that, like, you've been forgotten. You're not loved. You're not valuable. All those things. It is not true. It's not. So your ancestors are encouraging you, Pile 2. I don't know, some of you may be here from Pile 1, or maybe you need to watch Pile 1 as well if you feel guided to. But they're encouraging you to, like, if you are lacking faith right now, take a step back and remember some of the things that you've gone through where you felt very hopeless and things just really worked out for you. And to really evaluate, like, how to build up more faith from there. Because it just takes a little bit of faith. And you just keep expanding on it. And you may want to do things like say affirmations to yourself. I believe in myself. I believe in the universe. I trust. I have faith. I have faith in the process. I have faith in the journey. I have faith that everything is aligning for me. Everything is working out for me. I have faith that things are coming to me in divine timing. I have faith that things are moving, things are changing, even when you can't see it. Because faith is having that faith. Faith is it means like you cannot see it, but you know in your heart and your soul it's working out. Because if you can see it, there's no need for faith. Like, it's right in front of you. It's like, okay, well, what do I need faith for? It's right there in front of me. But when you cannot see it, but you still know and you still trust, that's faith. That's faith. And oftentimes, from what I've realized on my journey, the universe wants to supersede anything that you have even asked for, like to give you more than what you even asked for. You can have a goal in mind of like, oh, you want to, like, say, for example, you want to receive $500 in the mail or something like that. The universe is like, why $500 when I could send you $2,000 or more than that? Like, the universe wants to supersede our expectations. But when we don't have faith and when we want to control and we want to force and we want to micromanage, that's when the universe is like, hey, you got this, so I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to let you handle it. I'm not going to do anything. You said your energy is like, I got this. I don't need you, universe. Step aside. So just be very open and authentic about that relationship with your faith, with your journey, and with the universe. Pay attention to your body. On this day, think about one thing that your body requires that it didn't need yesterday. Listen, observe, and pay attention to the physical, emotional, mental, and psychological stresses in your body and respond to one of them fully and consciously. Your goal to pay attention to your body in every way. So you're being really asked to pay attention to your body, and not just the physical body, but the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual body, the psychological stress. And again, some of this has been built from childhood for some of you, but you're ready to be conscious of this, intentional, and to take care of yourself, to break these things down, okay? I choose a bright future now. The moment I start to change, the moment I am willing to bring good into my life, the universe responds in kind. So yes, it's a saying that, like, The more you take those steps, the universe will respond to you in a very beautiful, kind, abundant way. So it starts now. It's not tomorrow. It's not a week from now, a year from now. It starts now. The thoughts I choose to believe right now are forming my experiences. I now listen to what I say and do not say anything that I do not want to become true for me. So your ancestors are pointing out the thoughts that you're thinking and the words that you're speaking over yourself, and just, out there, into the atmosphere, period, because words have power. And sometimes we take these things for granted. We're like, oh, you say things and you're like, oh, I'm joking. But that's energy, that's power, that's energy, and that frequency you're putting out into the atmosphere. So your ancestors are saying, be intentional and focused about the thoughts that you're thinking and the words that you're saying and what you're putting out there into the universe. I claim abundance for myself right here and right now. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve my good. So again, abundance is here for you. Claim it. Freedom is here for you. Claim it right here, right now. You deserve the best. You deserve to feel abundant, to live abundantly, to live prosperous, to live a life, whatever this life is that you want to live. That's going to be different for everyone, but you deserve that. And you're ready to claim it. And you're ready to have, like this card says, abundance in all areas. So if no one told you they love you today, I love you. And I'm so proud of you. This message was not easy, but this is the message that's going to take you to the next level. And it was given with love. It was channeled with love. And your ancestors and ancient ancestors love you so much. Love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself, be kind to yourself, be proud of yourself, be proud that you're here, that you're healing, and you're doing the work. Be authentic and vulnerable with yourself. Continue to move forward to the next level. Have faith. Keep building on the faith that you have. Keep going. You got this. I love you. I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love Experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for healing. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for loving yourself, for choosing to become your best version. It's not easy, but you are here. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this. You chose recognize your first thought. Okay, let's read the back. This is a day of intuitive practice where you acknowledge that your first thought is your best thought and usually corresponds to your clearest intuitive voice. Your goal to pay attention to your intuition. Okay, so your ancestors and ancient ancestors would like for you to trust yourself and pay attention to your intuition. Trust your first thought. Trust that that is your best thought, and that is the thought that's keeping you, that is like the purest thought that's aligned to your true self and your true consciousness and like that divine consciousness and that source energy, because that saying is true. Like your first thought, or trust your first thought, or trust your first instincts, that's typically like your intuition saying this is really what it is. But most of the time we don't always trust it, because sometimes we overthink, or sometimes that intuitive thought can be something that feels harsh or feels unreal or feels just too out there. Whatever the situation is, your ancestors are guiding you to really trust yourself and really trust your intuition. And for some of you, you could be in a place right now where you are being tested. You're being tested with your ancestors are testing your intuition, or they're testing how much you really trust yourself, or trust that divine energy, that consciousness that you're tapping into. For some of you, like I said, this is a test, and it's testing your ability to really trust and have faith in your intuition, and have faith in those intuitive downloads and those intuitive messages that you are receiving, and to not doubt and to not overthink or over explain, or get in this energy of, well, that doesn't make sense, and that can't be the case, or it's no way that's true, and things like that, for you to really trust and for you to really get in tune with how intuitive you really are, how connected you really are, how gifted you really are. And the more you get in tune with that energy, the more intuitive downloads and thoughts and ideas you will receive. So like I said, for some of you, you are being tested right now. You're being tested with your sense of faith, or your intuitive gifts, or the intuitive downloads that you're receiving. And you're also being tested in a way where it's like, do you really trust? And can you really trust? Can you trust deeper? Can you go deeper within your trust? Okay. So look, I just saw 333. So some of you could be seeing 33 or 333 right now. All right, let's find out some more. What else does your ancestors and ancient ancestors want for you to know, Pal 3? Okay. All right. 9 of Cups. Queen of Wands. Death. 9 of Swords. 5 of Swords. The Lovers. And 4 of Coins. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the signs. So, we have Gemini, we have Scorpio, we have Aries, Leo. We also have Libra, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising. And I'm also getting Virgo and Capricorn. Okay. All right. What do your ancestors need for you to know? So, your ancestors need for you to know that I'm getting a couple of different messages for some people. So take what resonates here. But for some of you, like, your ancestors need for you to know that you're going through a transition and transformation. You're in a place of transition, okay? You're transitioning and transforming to something very different here, okay? And this is going to be different for everyone, but I am getting for some of you that, like, this could be a different phase of your life. Like, some of you could be celebrating a birthday soon, and this is a milestone birthday. Like, you're entering into a new decade. Like, you could be turning 30, or you could be turning 40 or 60 or something like that. For some of you, this is like you're moving somewhere. You're moving somewhere different. It could be to a different city, a different country, a different state, a different territory. For some of you, this is moving from the single life to a relationship where you may have been single for a little while, or, you've had time where you were single, you've been doing your thing by yourself, and then you're moving into a relationship. For some of you, this is moving from not having a child to having a child, okay? Or expanding in the family. There's some sort of movement here. And whatever this movement is that you're experiencing, because many of you are experiencing this now, even if it's a situation where you feel like you're moving, but you haven't moved yet, or you feel like, you want to get pregnant, but you haven't gotten pregnant yet, or you want to be in a relationship, but you haven't gotten into a relationship yet. You feel the energy. Like, there's an energetic movement that's happening here for you. And it could be within your career as well. It could be moving from one career to the next, or a new job opportunity. Whatever it is, you're in a state of transition. And for many of you, it's like this energy is grounding. Like, the energy is moving, but physically things may not have happened yet. And your ancestors need for you to know to, like, what you feel is what you feel is happening. Say, for example, you're applying for new jobs and you feel like you're getting ready to get an interview soon, or you feel like you're getting ready to get a new job soon. Like, what you feel is true. you feel the energy, so trust it. Going back to trusting your intuition. You could be feeling like, you're going to be getting into a relationship soon, or meeting a new friend group or new friends. If you feel it, trust it, because the energy is shifting, but physically it hasn't quite grounded yet. And your ancestors need for you to know that, and they need for you to continue to trust it and continue to trust that things are happening behind the scenes, even if you cannot see it yet. And when it's right and ready, it's right and ready. And like, that's what you need to know. And you just need to keep trusting your intuition. For some of you, your ancestors want for you to know that you are leaving this place of stress and anxiety and worry and depression, and you're coming into fulfillment. And this is, again, some of you may be in this energy of where, because many of you, this is like a transition, like this is transition in so many different places. For some of you, it's multiple areas. Like it could be you transitioning to a new career and transitioning to a new home, like at the same time. But these things are just in transit, like it's in process. And your ancestors need for you to know that, like, you are in transit with moving from depression, anxiety, fear, overthinking, obsessiveness, worrying, to fulfillment, to happiness, to satisfaction, to feeling good, and like being faithful, having faith, not being worried, not being stressed, not feeling depressed, trusting. For some of you, your ancestors want for you to know that whatever has happened in the past, it happened for your highest good. Like, say, for example, a job situation didn't work out, a relationship didn't work out. You thought you were going to move somewhere and it didn't happen. Whatever it is, you may perceive it as a missed opportunity. Your ancestors are saying it happened for a reason. It was not something that was of your highest good at the time. Even though you may have felt like it was, they're saying it happened for a reason, and they're asking for you to let it go. So say, for example, again, it's a relationship, a friendship, a job situation, whatever it is, they're asking for you to really release it and really move forward to this next part of your journey confidently, assured, grounded, focused, feeling powerful, feeling free, ready to accept what they want to give you. Because for some of you, I'm definitely getting there's some plot twist here. Like, even if your intuition has been guiding you to a certain outcome, the ancestors are saying don't get attached to the outcomes, because there are plot twists here. Some of you may be experiencing some sort of plot twist very soon, where you thought things were headed in one direction and it turns out it's going to be moving into a different direction. And so they're asking you to really release the past, make peace with the past, and continue to move forward confidently, and in that divine confidence where you're trusting what's ahead. You're trusting what's next. You're trusting where you're being guided to go. You're trusting where this journey is taking you. And that if you have to make some quick decisions, if you have to, because some of you may be guided to make quick decisions or life-changing decisions, or, big decisions, that you trust what you're told to do. You trust your first instincts. You're not doubting yourself, because again, some of you are being tested right now. Like, your ancestors are testing you with your intuition. Like, do you really trust? Do you really have faith? Because if you are not showing them that you cannot really trust or have full faith right now, they're like, they can't give you these opportunities for certain big risk or the moment to make a big decision, and you're still in this place of like not really trusting your intuition the way you should be. So they're testing you right now to see where you are with that, to see if they can continue to give you opportunities where it may require you to take a big risk, and for you to be confident in your intuition, confident in yourself, confident in this journey, and ready to move forward in a very confident way where if there is a plot twist here, there's something that you don't expect or you didn't expect to happen, that you're still going to move forward bravely and fearlessly and go for whatever it is that you desire, and you trust it, and you trust that this plot twist is guiding you to where you need to be. So there are different messages here for different individuals, but for many of you, this is again saying your ancestors are like, you're in transition here. So for some of you, it may be a situation where you wake up and everything is different. And that may be something that sounds scary or feels scary, but they want you to know that you're safe, you're secure, and for you, again, to trust and be confident and continue to show them that you trust your intuition, and continue to show them that you have faith, and continue to protect yourself and know that you are protected. Like, they want you to know that you are very protected, extremely protected, very safe, regardless of if you feel like you're safe or not. And so during this time of transition, they want you to ground that energy of safety and security and trust in your spiritual protection, and trust that, again, things are aligning for your highest good, and that, you know, you may be prepared for some plot twists, but these are going to be some great opportunities for you. And it's going to, again, get you more release from the past, because some of you are maybe unknowingly still holding on to old stories, the past, what could have been, what should have been, you know, stuff like that. And they really want you to release that. Like, they're really guiding you to, like, it's not like you need to be acting like it never happened, but it's almost like they're asking you to just really make peace with it and really just be like, it's okay. And you're ready for what's next. Okay, let's find out some more. What else is going on here? Pile 3. Messages from your ancestors and ancient ancestors for pile 3. Yeah, I keep hearing plot twists. So yeah, they're saying get ready. Get ready for some change and some things, and don't get too attached to anything right now. Okay? Don't get attached to these outcomes. Things are fluid right now for you, pile 3. Okay? Stop, drop, and ground. Accept and receive. Creator, air. Shift the way to new potential. Nourish the sacred feminine. And what do you really want? Okay. So your ancestors and ancient ancestors are asking you, what is it you really want? Because in this time of transition, so many things are changing. You're changing physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and they're acknowledging that. And they're not only are they acknowledging it, they're validating you in that process. And they're saying that what you wanted a month ago may not be what you want now. What you wanted a year ago may not be what you want now. So they're asking for you to take the time to reevaluate what is it you truly desire. Because the more you are transforming and transitioning to that next level, because again, we see more of that energy here. Shift the way to new potential. You're ready to shift into the new, but it's a process. And you're grounding that. You're grounding this process. It's grounding more and more every day. The more you stay present, the more mindful you are, the more you're in the right here, the right now, the more you shift your way into the new beginning, the new, whatever it is that is for you, that new, the new potential, the new level for you. Okay. So they're saying, continue to evaluate. What is it you truly desire? And this could be an ongoing thing. They don't want you to be fixed. They don't want you to get stuck. They don't want you to get hyper-focused on it has to work out this way. They want you to be open and ready to receive. Because we see here, this new level that you're moving into, they're asking you to accept it and receive. And when I kept hearing plot twists, this again could be a situation where you're receiving something that you did not expect, because many of you, again, you're very intuitive here. So you could be receiving something that you didn't anticipate, you didn't expect, but they're asking for you, if your intuition says go for it, for you to take it, for you to do it, for you to trust. And maybe you don't know what's going to happen. Say, for example, an opportunity comes in and you don't know if you take that opportunity, you may not know everything that's going to happen next. You know some things, but you may not know everything. And they're like, that's okay too. But accept it and receive and continue to shift into the new way of being. So you have a very powerful gift with the air element here. Okay. So some of you could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be, but that could be really prominent in your natal chart. And you could even have a north node in one of those in the air element, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But the air element is about communication, truth, authenticity, vulnerability. And so they're asking for you to create whatever it is you want and say whatever it is that you want, whether you're writing it down, saying it out loud, whatever it is, thinking about it, and they're saying, give yourself space and room for this to change and evolve. And you don't need to get fixed, or you don't need to be stuck in one way. To give yourself space, allow this thing to evolve to whatever it is it's going to be. But really getting clear on your true desires here, what you truly desire. And again, that if on Monday you desire something in one way, and on Friday, if it changes, that's okay. That, you're not going to be fixed. You're going to be very open and fluid and flexible in this process. With this nourish the sacred feminine and accept and receive, feminine energy is about receptivity, receiving, and allowing. And so your ancestors are encouraging you to allow yourself to receive. And that's whatever it is. It could be peace, harmony, joy, abundance, material things. Sometimes when we think about receiving, our mind just goes to like material things sometimes. We've been programmed to believe that that's the only thing we can receive. We don't, sometimes as a collective, we don't think about like good health and balance and joy and peace. Those are things that we deserve to receive as well. It's not just about like money or material things or like stuff like that. So your ancestors are saying, nourish that part of you that doesn't feel worthy of receiving, or doesn't feel good enough, or doesn't feel like any part of you that doesn't feel deserving or worthy. Because this, for me, I'm definitely getting that some of you could have been programmed to believe you're not deserving, you're not worthy, you're not valuable, you don't deserve anything. So those parts of you those are wounded parts. And many of you are probably healing that, and I'm proud of you for doing this work. Continue to nourish that. Continue to reassure yourself. Continue to ground in that knowing that you do deserve it. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are safe. You are secure. And again, you do deserve it. And the more you nourish that part of you, the more you will receive. The more you will allow yourself to just receive. It's an allowing. And it's just going to be very natural and very organic. But your ancestors are saying you're right on track. And not only are you right on track, but the more you ground in that knowing that like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Nothing is passing you by. Nothing is getting away from you. You're not behind. You're not losing, or you're not missing out, or, any of those type of things is not true. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Continue to ground that energy and ground in that knowing and ground in that gratitude. Like, have gratitude for the journey, gratitude for how far you've come, gratitude for how much you've learned, gratitude for the process. The more gratitude, and you ground in that gratitude, and you ground in this energy of it's all working out. Everything is where it should be. You're right on track. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. The more you're shifting into that new way of being, this new life, this next level, this new way of potential, this new way of thinking, this new way of living. Many of you, again, you've been shifting into a new mindset. You've been shifting into a new way of thinking, thinking spiritually, a new mindset, a new mental body, a new emotional body, but the physical hasn't happened yet. It's been happening in all those other ways, but physically, maybe things have not changed yet. And so your ancestors are saying it's happening. It's happening. It's just the more you ground that energy, the more you ground this new mindset, this new sense of beliefs, this new set of beliefs, these new ideas, these new intentions, these emotions, the more you ground it, the more it's going to be revealed to you physically how different you are, how much you've grown, how things have really changed and shifted, and you're going to see more and more of that. Okay, now let's find out, what do you need to release and what do you need to surrender? Okay, Pile 3, what does Pile 3 need to release and let go of and surrender? Okay, all right. Surrender to wonder and awe. Surrender your ego. Surrender to success. Surrender to miracles. Okay, so let's get into this. So Pile 3, your ancestors are asking you, open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So again, that feminine energy speaks about that flow and that receptivity. So your ancestors are saying, the more present you are, the more grounded you are, the more mindful you are, the more you are able to just see life for all its glory, to be in that flow, in that ecstasy, in that place of like, you see the value in everything. You see the wonder, you see the synchronicity, it's like you literally feel astounded at life. This is where your ancestors want for you to be, so present, so grounded, so mindful, where you literally can see the beauty and the value in everything, and how everything is so connected, and how everything is beautiful, and how life is just beautiful. And when you're in that energy, and so again, present and focused and grounded in the right here, the right now, that's when it just flows to you. That's when all these changes are just happening, and it just all connects and it becomes full circle. Because we have here success. They want you to surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. This is what they were saying before when they were saying, let go of the past. Really have that gratitude for the past, but really let go of what you thought would have happened or what could have happened, or, the things that did happen. And I see 555 here. You guys may be seeing 555. You guys are ready for change. Like this card says, leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. You're ready for this new world. You're ready for this next level. Like, you're ready for this change. You've experienced enough obstacles and roadblocks and challenges and all those things. Like, you're ready for success, abundance, prosperity, joy, love, happiness, growth. You're ready. And so your ancestors are saying no more. Like, no more being held back. No more being bound to the past. No more being stuck. You're ready for success. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. This is, again, trusting and having that faith and letting go to the miracles. The miracles are endless. They literally don't stop. So your ancestors are saying, let go of the resistance. Let go to any thoughts that miracles don't exist, or that, you only get one miracle once a year. Let go of that. That's not true. And they're asking you to be ready. Be ready to receive miracles. Allow yourself to receive it. Accept the miracles. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others. and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So be more humble, have more humility, let go of more of that ego, do things to help serve others, be of service, have more gratitude. As again, as we were saying before, the ancestors are saying, the more you ground in gratitude, the more you ground in that energy of gratitude, the more humility you will have, the more you will move forward in a very effortless, organic way where you're not forcing, you're not trying, things are just happening for you. Because many of you are ready. Like the ancestors are saying, you are ready. You're ready for the next level. You're ready for new doors of opportunities. You're ready to move into a new world of possibilities. You're ready for more miracles. You're ready for more abundance. You're ready. Pile 3 is ready. You just have to allow it. You just have to be grounded. You just have to ground this new energy and be grounded in gratitude and continue to be clear on your desires and not be rigid, not be fixed or stuck, but open and allow yourself to receive. Wow. This is great, Pile 3. You guys are doing the work. I'm proud of you. You're doing the work and you're ready. You're ready to receive what is next. Let's get your final messages. Okay, these just fell out, so we'll take it. Final messages for Pile 3. All right. Let go of resentment. Wow. Expect a miracle. So again, see the synchronicities here. This is the second message around miracles here for you, Pile 3. You guys have some miracles waiting on you to happen. Waiting on you, Pile 3. Relinquish control. I rise above all limitations. I am centered in truth and peace. I have the power to make the change. See, this is what we've been talking about, where we've been talking about the transition, how you're in process here, and you're ready for change. Every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. When I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me to release it. So this is the ancestors reminding you that you're ready. These cards would not be coming out in this synchronistic way if you are not ready. You're ready to release anything that's holding you back. You're ready to release the past. You're ready to have gratitude for your past. You're ready to have gratitude for right here, right now, and where you are moving forward into the next part of your journey. And it says here again, every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. Okay, so that's again the things that from the past, it did serve you. But when I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me to release it. So for some of you, this is about you being aware, having that self-awareness of certain habits and patterns that were created in behaviors, because the more aware you are, the more you can release it and do better. So let it go, release it, because it's ready to be let go. Relinquish control. Identify one person you feel the need to control and think about why that power is so essential to you. What do you fear if your hold is released? Your goal, to recognize how much stress is generated in your body through the need to control someone else. So you're being asked to relinquish control. The ancestors are saying that if you're trying to control someone or situation, it's bringing unnecessary stress and anxiety to your body, to your mental body, emotional body, physical body, and it doesn't serve you. And so they're asking you to be self-aware, to be mindful, and let it go. And they're asking you, what do you fear if your hold is released? Like, if you're holding on to a person or a situation, if you let it go, what is it you fear? Do you fear that person's going to leave you or abandon you, or the situation is not going to work out? To really be intentional around that and really be authentic with yourself about that situation. Okay. Expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. Something will change into your life that will serve your healing. So be open to it and express gratitude when it occurs. Your goal to know that the world becomes a vessel for the divine when you see the divine in all things. Wow. So again, you're ready to receive miracles because again, they are endless. Miracles are endless. So you're being asked to be open and allow and be ready to receive, but to have that gratitude and continue to ground in gratitude, okay? Let go of resentment. Acknowledge one resentful feeling you need to release and keep in mind that all types of resentment are poison and harm the healing process. Your goal to become mindful of your reasons for staying angry and to begin letting go of negative feelings by the end of the day. So, this is more about being authentic with yourself and vulnerable with yourself. If you have a feeling of resentment or you have resentment, that's poison in your body and it's poison toward the healing process. Okay. So to be mindful of that and be present with that, but don't hold on to it, release it. Because when we hold on to resentment, bitterness, anger, shame, guilt, whatever the situation is, those things block us from our abundance. It blocks us from moving forward. It blocks us from where we need to be. And when we are aware of that feeling, that's when we're being honest with ourselves. Like we're aware that we have that anger or resentment or whatever it is. So have that awareness, but release it. Don't hold on to it. Don't continue to let that cycle. The universe is one of great order and peacefulness, and I reflect this in every moment of my life. So you're being asked to be a reflection of that. Be a reflection of peace. Be a reflection of order, of balance, of gratitude. Be a reflection of those things. And be centered and grounded in truth and peaceful energy. And, again, be a reflection of that. That people see the peace in you. They see the harmony. They see the truth. They see that energy beaming from your light. When I am ready to make positive changes in my life, I attract whatever I need to help me. Again, you're ready. We keep seeing the messages around change here. You're ready. You're ready for change. You're ready for the positive changes. You're ready to move to the next level. Continue to be grounded in this and know that, again, when you're ready to make the change, you will attract it. You will attract whatever it is that you deserve to receive. I rise above all limitations here. You're ready. You're ready to rise. You're ready to rise like the phoenix and move to the next level, whatever that is for you. So if no one told you they love you today, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the healing work that you're doing. Thank you for being self-aware. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for, again, doing this work, being present, being mindful, being grounded, being self-aware, authentic and vulnerable with yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself, take care of yourself, forgive yourself, release any blockages, any obstacles, any challenges holding you back from moving to the next level because you are ready to move to the next level. I love you. I'll see you next time.